Hello, World of Tank Blitzers, it's a Littlefinger. Hey, today going to be doing a full tank review on the Triumphant. This is a tier 6 Soviet medium tank, and yeah, as you can see in the garage here, it looks exactly the same as the T34-85 and the Victory tank, just with a new skin on it. As with any tank that you get in the Battle Pass, it's got some interesting animation. Confetti flies off the back, and the star lights up the faster you're going. But is the tank any good? We'll get to that in just a second. But first, let me remind you guys, $5 gets you everything that's on the bottom two rows of the Battle Pass. And as I went through this, I was surprised to see 1100 gold if you can complete all of your 80 missions. Yeah, I was right. To get, this 200 and all the other ones in between. It's 1100 gold. And then if you fill up the gold vault, that's an additional 2000, bringing you to 3100 gold for $5. That's 620 gold per dollar. That is a good deal, guys. And on top of that, you get two tanks. The Victory coming at level 35 here. All right, so while I'm in the garage, let's just go through and look at my setup, repair kit, multi-purpose, and adrenaline. Provisions, you'll find that I'm running extra combat rations and both fuels. This tank is sluggish. We'll get to that in a second. 33, 15, and 8. You can find some nice tanks to pen with HE. 375 max roll is really nice for a tier 6 medium tank. To the equipment, calibrated shells. Pen on this is horrible, especially when you are bottom tier, and it is difficult at times with the lack of mobility on this tank to get penning shots. Defense system, improved optics, enhanced gun lane drive, improved assembly, engine accelerator, vertical stabilizer, toolbox, and consumable delivery system. Alright guys, here's BlitzStars.com, and just have the T34-85 Victory and the Tech Tree variant here next to it, just to show you how similar these tanks are, except look at the pen at 128 versus the Tech Tree at 144. I thought it was very interesting to see all of these statistics are very much in line with the Ox, which was a previous event tank. Cromwell B, kind of the gold standard of what I would compare really good medium to, 145 in pen. Aim time here, 2.08. It's not bad. Dispersion at 0.344. It's not, these aren't horrible numbers. Yeah, you get an extra degree of gun depression over the other two T34-85s, but, and this is a big but in my opinion, you lose a good bit of effective horsepower. And on top of that, your terrain resistance is worse than the Victory. These two combined make this tank feel awfully sluggish. Yeah, you do have great top speed at 54 for the, for the class, but to get to 54 takes you some time, and that's my biggest gripe with the tank, is it just feels sluggish, and I don't like that in a medium tank. Alright guys, here's Armor Inspector. The Triumphant isn't in here, so I've got the Victory pulled up, and shooting it is the Cromwell B. So tier for tier, this is what you're going to look at as far as your armor goes. As you can see, it's decent hold down, but you do still have, a big turret on the top. A little bit of red here around the side cheeks and whatnot. And, you can angle this thing, side scrape it a little bit. But when you're bottom tier, forget it. There's really just, this tank is just nothing but green. So yeah, you're gonna, if you can get some shots to go into the tracks or on the side of the tank, you're gonna get a few bounces. But for the most part, it's a fairly easily penned tank. Alright guys, here's the first game I'm going to show you. We are on Dead Rail, bottom tier here. And like I talked about there in the intro and discussing this tank, you have a lack of pen and you don't have the best acceleration in this tank. Yes, it's got nice top speed, but being bottom tier and the lack of acceleration are two things that I think you really makes you have to be concerned about map awareness. You can see, look at the mini map on the bottom left there. Look at where my team is going. Cheeto here has gone straight into cap, and the only good thing that that has done is it's distracted everybody, and they're all focusing on him at this point in time. So it lets me assess the situation and find out where these enemy tanks are. There's the Fury, there's the Cromwell, Def Clan. So, you know, I don't want to be up here all alone. I realize that this is just a bad position for me to be in. There's no point me being the hero here and just getting annihilated quickly, right? So we're going to try to make it out of here unscathed if we can, and regroup with the team. Shot on the move there, and like I said, 200 average damage per shot. We've got 7.2 second reload time, and so now I'm just trying to give some distance, stay unspotted, and I was thinking, you know what, I'll try and flank around, but as you can see, the KV-2 has barely left spawn. And I'm trying to find a place to get a little bit of crossfire here and some hard cover. This KV-2 would just back up. We'll get the kill shot there. And yeah, this isn't going to be a super huge high damage game. It's hard to do that in this tank, to be honest. Just, I think it's because of the lack of mobility and the lack of armor. But you can see the confetti flying off the back and the star lighting up. I mean, it does look pretty good. It's, however, of the Battle Pass tanks, it's probably one of my least favorite. So we're going to drop adrenaline here. We're on the Fury one-on-one. And we do squeak out a lucky bounce. And that's what I'm telling you. If you can get shots in around the turret there, you will find some bounces happening. But we've pushed in too far. We're now in trouble. All of that hard work that we did to stay alive, we've kind of pushed ourselves into a bad position. Just being patient with the KV-3. He shoots. I know I can get 2 shots off, and maybe with my mobility get around him here. So planning to just COD him, and oops. Yeah, there's 2 rail cars there, not just one. Doesn't matter because the Cromwell comes in and takes us out there. So I'll just go ahead and fast forward. We do end up winning this game, but I think I would have been pretty useless up there on the hill all by myself. So I think that was a good move to circle back around and get back in the fight. And as you can see, 1465 damage. 32,000 credits. That was good for level 3. I mean, there's nothing spectacular about that game, other than basically just saying you really have to be careful with your map awareness in this tank. Alright guys, second battle here on a rock field, and as you can see, yeah, we're bottom tier again. This happens quite frequently in this tank. We'll see what happens as we push on into C. There's that confetti going again. No one spotted up here, so I'm feeling kind of safe to maybe, if I'm capable of driving up here, driving up the line there. No one's in these camping spots, as you can see. 4 of them are spotted at A. Men are circling our heavy tank. Good job, KV-1S. Going on your own is never a great idea. Neither is dying in the first minute of the battle. But yeah, okay, so we have now, if you look at the mini-map, we have driven all the way around C. Just hoping that maybe this position here in the bush, I can get some spots in to help my team. But I'm spotted. So we'll back on down the hill. And yeah, someone's further back than us, and they've taken a first shot. Still assessing the situation. And my feeling is that the other team is, there we go, gonna push on around. And I've got some tanks on this side still that keep spotting me. So I figured that I need to get back into the action by going back to around to C. Hopefully we can get through all of these rocks without getting spotted. No helping the Magnus there. But we've got two low health tanks that have pushed into our C-cap area, so let's address them first. We are not going to be able to pen the Vulcan from the front, so we'll use our speed and get by him, not making sure that we don't slow down, because acceleration is not great with this tank. Vulcan comes through and takes a shot. I've got APCR loaded here and still can't pen him from the front. Lucky to get that one through the wheel there. So Annihilator and Jackson to my right. Figured the Vulcan's going to be distracted the other way around, so I'm going to go back and help the Comet here. And I apologize, guys. I am fighting a head cold. Can you believe it? It's been like 2 years since the last time I've been sick, but finish off the Vulcan. There goes the Comet. Let's back up and get a shot into him. These guys have overcommitted into numerous tanks all at once. So as long as you don't slow down, the tank does stay nice and mobile. It just feels sluggish when you start to accelerate. Again, it's got worse terrain resistance than the Victory, and it's got the lowest horsepower to ton ratio of the three T34-85. So I think it's definitely the slowest of the three. Lucky snapshot there. We'll hide behind this rock. Let him get distracted on the Comet, drop the adrenaline, and see how many shots we can get in. So what turned out to be what I thought was going to be a loser of a battle, we are going to finish this one off a little bit more comfortably than I thought we would. So the win rate is not where I want it in this tank, and it's difficult to carry some of these games. Some of these teams, I should say. But 1468 gets us to a level 2 mastery, 25,000 credits, 756 EXP. So not great. That Comet had a very good game there. We got 9 shots to go in. A couple very low damage kill shots there. Alright guys, here is the third game. This time we are top tier. We got AT-8, Churchill, Ox VK, Football, Leopard, and S-35. So, you know, this is one of those maps that you typically split. We're going to go up and see what we can see here on the side of the map. Alright, so they have gone into more of the middle on this map. Ox coming through here. Somehow we hit the Leopard even though we were aiming the Ox. Maybe we can get one more. Nope. The Ox is focused on the Skoda here. Oh. And someone hits him for a big number there. We've been just a little bit off on a couple shots there on the Leo. Not even close. VK, get one of those shots going into the tracks. Like I said, if you can get shots into the tracks or the side, you're going to get a few bounces. VK sitting out there all in the open. And we've got hard cover here to get behind. Remember, we do have that 8 degrees of gun depression, so it does play fairly well on hills. Thought that was too risky of a shot to take, and I'm focusing right now on the VK. I just find it hard to get hull down in a medium tank. Just feel like, you know, you want to use its speed a little bit more. But one shot into the VK, he gets distracted by the Leo. Extremely lucky to get that shot pen and start a fire. So here are their heavies and the AT. AT misses the first shot. Can we get one to go in? Yep. Right, so a little bit of a predicament here. We've tracked the Churchill. I want to get around to the Leopard. Obviously low health tank, want to take him out. We're at 1500 damage. And of course we're looking for that elusive ace mastery. Figure the Leo's got to be around here somewhere, but he has gone off to my left. I've already committed to this hill and get that shot to go in on the football. And yeah, we're in a little bit of a pickle again. I find myself with faster tanks doing this. Driver's been killed, so we repair that. And he moves his gun right into my shot. So right now what I'm doing here is just getting behind the Churchill and using him as a shield from the football. We double team him, the Churchill, and now we're just trying to focus on getting away from the AT. Football is taken out. We know the Leo is a one shot. We track the AT by ramming him. One more shot here. 182. Keep getting these low rolls. Really wanted the kill here. If I could have got myself to 3,003 kills, I felt like that would have been the ace. I'm still hoping, though, that this is an ace. But no. Just a 1. 2,900, 53,000 credits. 1,062. So as top tier, the tank fares very well. But again, probably one of my least favorite of the Battle Pass tanks, just because of its lack of mobility. The Explorer there is really fun. The Agent's really fun. Even the Ox has better mobility than this tank with the same gun. So hope this review helps you. I still do think the Battle Pass is a great deal for $5. And of course, guys, have fun out there. Stay safe, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.